everyone. So welcome back to my channel, Houseplant Passion. Today I'm doing a focus on the plant of the day, and my plant of the day today is the oh so lovely rattlesnake Calathea. Now, any of you who have been following my channel for a while know I am kind of a prayer plant crazy lunatic. I love Stenanthes, I like Tenanthes, I love Calatheas. I love the whole prayer plant family. I have one hanging behind my right shoulder, my red Marantas. I love all of them. But, you know, they can be a little challenging, to say the least. I don't find them as diva-esque as much most people claim that they are. However, I feel that the rattlesnake Calathea I have found is probably the most easygoing of all of the prayer plant family plants that I own. I own over a dozen of them. So let's get started. So first and foremost, this plant loves bright and direct light. It will lap it up. It will it will tolerate lower light conditions. It just will not explode with growth. And it will affect the coloring of the leaves. They won't be so pronounced. The beautiful patterning, which is where it gets its name, rattlesnake. This plant loves to be root bound. It does not like to be swimming around in a whole bunch of soil. It doesn't like a soggy, boggy mess as far around its feet are concerned. It does not like any kind of water that has chemicals in it or high in salts or minerals that will cause it to give you crispy little tips at the end of these beautiful leaves. I just love the fact that this plant has purple underneath the leaves, so I tend to keep this plant a little bit higher up in my plant shelving system so I can admire both the top and the other side of the leaves. I just think it's such a dramatic difference between the top of the leaves and the bottom. Excuse me, thrives in high humidity just like most tropical plants will. I don't know if you can see, I bought this as a very small 2-inch plant, and it was sent to me in the mail, and it's showing me its disdain for the heat that it got relative to the humidity. So this is one of its oldest leaves that it's still holding on to. So I would say temperature-wise, ideal for this plant would be anywhere between 60 and 85 degrees. I keep my home anywhere, including winter, between 60 and 70 degrees. Sometimes I'll let it get up to 72, and this plant thrives in that. It loves it. That would be anywhere from, I'd say, 15 to 29 degrees Celsius for the rest of the world, because, you know, us people in the United States have to be rebels with the whole Fahrenheit thing. Fertilizer, it likes to be fed with a well-balanced fertilizer. I find that liquid dirt is best for my baby. I also give it a nice layer on top of its soil of worm castings, and it just laps that up too. I would say I use it in organic fertilizer like liquid dirt anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks during the growing season, spring and summer. Even in the winter, I will give it some diluted liquid dirt with waterings because it continues to give me growth. All throughout the winter, it was putting out all these new little rolled up leaves. Just loved life the whole entire time it has been in my home through the winter. Soil, you want it to be well draining, absolutely. You don't want a cacti mix or any kind of succulent mix or aroid mix like that. I would buy something, if you're not willing to research it and create your own Calathea mix, buy a Calathea mix online. I get my soils from Rhizome Houseplants in Cameron, New Jersey. By far, I've ordered stuff like this through Amazon in the past. I feel that their soils are top notch, and I buy that kind of stuff from them. If the leaves are curling up, It might be because you're not getting enough light for it. Yellowing leaves can indicate that you're overwatering it. I always have to watch myself and make sure that I'm not overwatering my plants, because as we've discussed before, I tend to be heavy-handed with my water can, and that's why I bought myself a water meter, which is fantastic. It helps me gauge whether I need to give this girl a drink or not, because I can't trust my finger. My finger tells lies. You know, if yours works, more power to you. Mine tells me lies. Anyway, if you're getting browning tips, it can either be from the choice of water, maybe it has too many minerals in it, it's too acidic, or it can also be too low of humidity. I've been very lucky this winter. My Calatheas have been very kind to me, giving me very little trouble with my humidity, because I've been giving my trouble children their own humidifiers through the winter when my humidity was dropping below 60%, which is where I try to keep it in my home. There's other features. This plant is very, very, very vocal, so to speak, as it follows the light. You can see it follow the light, and it will have its leaves straight up in the air when it's nighttime, which is so cool. I just love that about these plants, that they move that vigorously. When you start to notice a leaf no longer doing that, just as a heads up, from owning these for type of plants for a long period of time, especially with the rattlesnake Calathea, don't be shocked. Every leaf has its own lifespan, and that is telling you, well, Mom, I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting ready to move over the Rainbow Bridge. So at some point in the next several weeks, that leaf is probably gonna kick it. And as we've discussed before in other videos, that's not that abnormal. I mean, leaves, just like anything else in this world, no matter how well they're treated, how well their needs are met, they have a lifespan. Other than that, it's pet friendly, which we've discussed before all prayer plants are. If your child or your animal decides to take a little bit of a nibble, you know, they're gonna be just fine. It's not gonna harm them. Now, if they eat the whole plant, I mean, just like they would overeat with anything else, your dog is probably gonna have a little nausea and vomiting. It's a great air purifying plant, just like most prayer plants are. I think all prayer plants are. The quality of my air in my home has, I can tell, increased substantially since I've been keeping as many plants as I have in my home. Blooming, it can bloom, but it's rare. I have a lot of Calatheas that bloom. My lemon lime, my red, let's see, what else has bloomed? My silver band. Lots of my Calatheas have bloomed. Yeah, this one, it will not bloom for me indoors. It refuses, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. It's also, if you're into this sort of thing, a symbolism of good luck and positivity in some cultures, which I think is really, really cool. I know it has put a very positive vibe in my home, and it makes me feel real lucky to be able to take care of it every day, because it blesses me with all these big, beautiful leaves. And no matter what, as long as I meet its requirements, it keeps giving me all these new growth points, new leaves. Other than that, I think we've covered pretty much everything as far as Calathea care, the rattlesnake Calathea. If you have any questions regarding anything else that we haven't covered regarding the rattlesnake Calathea, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.